DrTPS. So DrTPS, how are you feeling today, if I ask you this question?
For me, thank you, Alka, first of all, for hosting me, and then we were together for many activities under the same banner.
Yes, yes.
LIFE, earlier also I told, live in full enjoyment.
Okay.
Right? So
And you're still doing it.
every moment, I always feel that, we don't cherish what happened last year, what happened last month, what happened last week, what happened last day. There may be moments in life which we cherish. So I think life is credited only with the moments. We don't remember years. Probably we don't remember months. We don't even remember people. Occasion also we may not remember, but I'm sure we remember moments. With that moment, maybe we connect to people and then find out, oh, that was a wonderful day, right? So I believe every day we need to connect, create something new. See, life becomes boring when you have 100% repetition of what happened yesterday. It doesn't happen. Commonly, 5% extra new things happen in everybody's life. But that 5% also people don't think. They think about the past, again repetition, and think about the future, what may not happen. So this 5% new thing they forget. So I believe life has to be creative. Create moments which can rejoice tomorrow. Connect to people where, yeah, we can talk, but many people keep meeting each other. In the same house, many people keep meeting each other, right? But
Right.
we don't become creatively meeting them. It's the same boring job. No, there is no contribution, no productivity, no creativity. That is why we forget things. I think creating moments which can cherish in life, that is the credit of life.
Yes.
So I feel life is a big bank account in which I have to deposit moments. And this is what I have to say, and I keep doing it because I don't forget this moment of sharing this. Tomorrow, maybe next year, 2024, February 10th, I will tell you that we met on this day, on this occasion.
Yes, I know you're very particular about numbers and dates, which is something amazing about you, very unique about you. That's wonderful, wonderful, absolutely.
Today,
And
in 2010, I had a program in a small village in Kerala.
okay.
And there was a student who was doing PhD, was conducting my program. So she gave a welcome speech saying that I heard this gentleman 2 times earlier and I felt that it is worth taking him to my village, and that's why I am arranging this program. That audio was with me. So I just shared that audio. I had only that audio, no program record, nothing else. Only that welcome speech audio of 1 minute was there with me. Right. That's a great moment for somebody to remember. Oh, you still remember what happened 13 years back, right?
Yes, absolutely. Because when those moments come back, you suddenly recollect, the entire picture comes in front of you then.
Yeah.
The time when it comes in front of you, there has to be some kind of a trigger point, like you said. So when that trigger point comes, you go back to that time and those beautiful memories come and you start smiling to yourself. Yes, you're right. It's moments. It's all about moments.
Alka, there is good and bad.
Okay.
Probably we hear more from those people who are elite, who express.
Yes.
I am from a small village. I keep traveling across India.
Yes.
I am from the southwest India and I travel up to the northeast.
Right.
It's across nearly 3,600 kilometers. We meet people, we find there are people who are not connected, people don't have electricity, people have problem for life, they have no aspiration. I run a program called Destination IAS.
Wow.
But don't think it is
Leading
Indian.
them for the Indian administration? No,
Yeah,
it's not.
that is what people keep saying. IAS in Indian Administrative Service. I keep saying that's for the elite people. And those who cannot aspire for IAS, I give them a destination which is Inspire, Aspire, Success. You have to inspire them to aspire for something first.
Right.
Because for them, daily food is a big problem. When I go to the remotest village where even electricity is not there, I keep asking them, how many of you had breakfast? Hardly we will see 20 to 30% people raising hand. On the other side, if you go to the big city and ask in the best international school also how many of you them had breakfast, you will only see 20%. It's not because they are starving, because their parents are not carrying their kids. Understood? So they have a poverty of, they have everything in life which is materialistic, but they don't have the care of their parents. Whereas other place you have care for the children, but they don't have anything to share, right? So the aspiration is lacking. It is not that everybody is financially independent the way you said. Yeah, maybe the percentage raised in my childhood, I keep saying my parents had no aspiration because they were poor, they have not seen the world around, they were not educated, their world was only the village. So where do you aspire? No, they have limited scope of life. But
Right.
the problem was this generation, we had scarcity of items. You mean in childhood we had ration for sugar, only 1 kg per family was given. We had only measured liter, 1 liter, 2 liters of kerosene. So light was also not there, food was also ration. We have to depend on so many people, right? I don't think today people have that problem. Those parents who starved and survived out of their problems, they are rich. So now if they don't work also, they have no problem. They can start a company, take risk in life. They are not aspiring for government employment. But our batch of people, competitions were there. Competitions are, third class you can fail, fourth class you can fail, fifth class you can fail, right? So it takes probably 20 years to pass 10th class. But today people can pass 10th class much faster, right? So they, at young age, they have been given a certificate that you are qualified in this world. So they feel I am qualified, I can do anything. So they are daring. Their parents have earned money probably to 56 to 60% of Indian parents are rich. So what happens? The youth, what you see, they have a lot of the plenty of money. If they don't work also, they can live for next 2 generations. Our social family security setup has become so strong, it has a bad impact on the youngsters. They become copycats. They are not very serious in their activities.
Yeah.
Debarring those 10 to 15% which is there everywhere in the world, who are great scientists, great thinkers, great writers, great aspiring people, great artists. They are qualified to be artists. But now you will see in India, if 5% is qualified to be artist, there will be 50% who aspire to become artist. So what will happen to these people? They will waste half of their life, which they can never reach, but they will become aspiring on that and then waste their life. You see in India, I don't know whether you have seen 2 programs which came on. One is Kota Factory and another one is Crash Course. One is in Netflix, another one is in Amazon Prime, which talks about in Rajasthan the place called Kota, where from the whole world people go for coaching class for getting engineering coaching admission, no entrance examination coaching, for which you know how much they pay. They are selling their land, selling their house to send their children for this coaching. They know that they are even not even qualified. The people who are teaching also knows this fellow is never going to be an engineer in life. But that is a business for me. So I think the private people who are getting involved without basic qualification, without basic checking, you are making people become aspirant. There is a big problem. So I have a great concern for the younger generation. You know, India is the largest number of exporters of students to UK. They are not going to get a great degree in UK because they know that 4 years working permit they will get. So if I pay 40 lakhs, I can earn 40 lakhs there so that I can experience the UK life for next 4 years. That's it. So what will happen to them when they come back? So I'm sure life is not as rosy as what we think. There are a lot of problems. But society should have all this. As that is what just now my friend from Indonesia is telling, right? It is not uniformity, it is variety. A garden is beautiful only when you have got multiple color of flowers. Otherwise it becomes only plantations, right? Right? The picture becomes beautiful only when you use many multiple colors. If you use only one color, it is not beautiful, right? When we write poetry, we cannot write a poetry with one word repeating many times. We must use multiple words, multiple lines, multiple colors. So, Rang hai anek chitra ek rashtra ka, Pand hai anek. So, you should have different paragraph with a different meaning. You cannot have same paragraph repeated many times. So, I think variety is the world. Right. So, I am sure we cannot have one raga for all the songs. We need multiple ragas. We need to have multiple instruments to have different. So, variety is the life. So, I think we have to accept that there is variety. There are police people. Police have no job if there are no thieves, right? So, see, there is a Rakshasa, the devil is there, then the God is also there. That is why in Bharatiya Shastram, we never
have every kind.
Good and bad,
Yes.
everything has to be there. Valleys and mountains have to be there. The slope is not there, the water will not flow. If darkness is not there, light has no meaning.
Life
right?
will not come.
So I am sure it's part of life.
So it balances out the yin and the yang.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. I love this take that you gave, the way you talked about variety. Yes, I cannot let Dr. TPS go like that. Dr. TPS, we want to listen to some song, poetry, where you're inspiring educators, global youth, global people all across the world, all age groups.
No, when you were
there is no age for learning, or there is no age for success. 30s, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, all ages are for learning, all ages are for success. So we want that.
When you were translating what Colonel Sab was mentioning, we have to be helpful for others, right? There is a beautiful Sanskrit sloka which explains Ena kena prakarena, where, when, what you do doesn't matter. Ena kena prakarena, whatever ways you do it. Yasya kasyabi dehinaha, for whom you do doesn't matter. Anybody on this world. They need not be two-legged animals like us. It could be multi-legged animals, right? Ena kena prakarena yasya kasyabi dehinaha sandosham janayat pratna. If you can make them happy, tadevam ishvara pujanam. That is what is called Ishvara Seva. The prayers, all the rituals what we do, any activity which we do, the life itself, how do we say that the life is of some purpose, not then we become selfish. We are a human being. So being human. We are a social being. So being social. So my life, maybe until 30, 40, every business has to grow. Once we grow to the top, then if you don't want to decay, the best thing is to maintain it perfectly well. The best thing is to serve others. I'm sure if you want to serve somebody else, you should earn first. I cannot do charity when I don't have money, right? I cannot teach when I don't have knowledge. So the first thing is acquiring. So what you should acquire, there are only three things which people look for. One is fame. And immediately Indonesian person knows only Shah Rukh Khan. Not because he is looking fantastically most handsome person from India. I am sure there are a lot of people who don't accept his beauty, right? You don't only look at the tummy to measure
Beauty
the...
lies in the eyes of the beholder, right?
Yeah, it all matters. For each individual, the frequency matters, right?
Right.
So...
I have to find a beholder. Nobody is finding.
so the fame can be a great attracting thing, but that is the charisma quotient which people carry, right? We stand up when somebody comes because he is famous, not because he loves me, not because he is intelligent. He may be a buffoon, but still we will have to stand up because many people respect him.
Yeah.
See, that's a normal tendency. Not that I cry when I am sad if somebody died, but we go to somebody's house, many people are crying, they're all very close to them. Even though I don't know him, I will also feel like crying. So this is a human tendency. Right? So fame is one which people aspire to have. Next aspiration is to become rich. Right? So that I can be influential. What is the purpose of becoming famous? I can influence so that I can help those people who are close to me. When I use my influence for somebody else only, I will become great. Right? And one thing which as you said, one thing which I can sell anywhere in the world is not these two. These are limitations. Money has limitation, fame has limitation. One which can sell anywhere in the world is only knowledge. Right? So if you are knowledgeable, I am sure somewhere people will be around you to look at you, learn from you. You need not be handsome. We don't look at the beauty of the spiritual masters. They are getting we have never talked about the beauty of Shankaracharya, whether he was handsome, whether he has 7-pack or not, whether he was rich, whether he doesn't matter. What he spreads is the knowledge. So most important, I think the best thing what I can, we wanted to help others. What is that we help material things? No. If you give a dress, hey, I love white colored dress. Somebody gives me only white, then I will feel, I should have given some other option also. Because repeated same gift doesn't make me happier, right? I can have only one bed to sleep. I cannot have 10 beds to sleep. So, but knowledge, I am sure, when you hear from different people, different perspective, different views, the same song, what somebody says, somebody else says, it has a different beauty. So I am sure that is what is making people the richest in this world. And they can create rich people, they can create fame people, can never be, na chore hari. No thief can take your knowledge away from you.
That is what it is.
Right.
Yes.
It
Knowledge
can,
is power,
and as you share, it increases.
Yes, that's what we are doing over here. That's exactly.
So, if I give some money to somebody else, finished. That money is gone from me. And when these famous people, when they see other famous people, they have only, he is more famous than me, he has more followers than me. So those people have no peace of mind. But I am sure when you see a knowledgeable person around the people who aspire to be learners, the so-called learners, the real learners, I am sure you will also enjoy, the learners also will enjoy. Right? So, what we have to share in this world is knowledge which makes people happy, not temporary happiness, but lifelong happiness.
So this is what it is.
Annadanam,
learning what we
Annadanam,
say, lifelong happiness.
Annadanam, Paramdanam. Best danam is giving food. Annadanam Parandanam. Vidyadanam Atatparam. Vidyadanam is higher than that. Why? Annena Kshanika Truptihi. When you eat lunch, you will look for dinner. It has only 4 hours. Expiry date is 4 hours for every food. Once you eat finished, then you will look for who is going to give best. But knowledge is not like that. You cannot forget somebody who teach you some great lesson. You will remember Yavat Jivam cha Vidya. Until the end of life, you will remember, oh, this person told me this. That's great. Correct.
Brilliant.
So I think we should, that is what makes human being higher and greater than any other animal. No animals will gather together to learn something new. I'm sure we are all gathered here to learn from each other because we are human being. We are spiritual being. We are intellectual being. So that is what is essential. Yeah.
Wow. Awesome.